Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper, and it's time to take a look at the news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. We start the program back in Zagreb, Croatia, for a final update from the 2014 FILA Junior World Championships. It was last week American heavyweight Adam Kuhn put on a memorable performance in the Greco-Roman division, coming through with a bronze medal on the final day. Kuhn's performance was a big spark for the U.S. as 9 other Americans went on to claim medals during the men's and women's freestyle competition. We start with men's freestyle, which took place over the final 2 days of the 6-day event. A pair of medals for the U.S. team highlighted the first day. Blair Academy product Joey McKenna was the first up at 132. He opened with an impressive 10-2 win over Bergamalyev of Azerbaijan and then earned a 6-2 decision over Yo Nakata of Japan. In the quarterfinals, he racked up another 10 points for a 10-0 tech fall over Georgia's Georgi Bragac. In the semifinals, McKenna scored a first-period pin over Denis Makasumov of Belarus at a minute 49. On to the finals. That's where McKenna drew a tough Iranian, Iman Sadegh, while the Iranian led 4-0 late in the second, and McKenna tried to throw at the very end, but gave up an additional 4 points for an 8-0 loss and the silver medal.
He had more of a gas tank than most of the other guys that I wrestled today. And here overseas, that's where we do well as Americans. We push the pace and we get our guys tired. And this guy, he was in it the whole time. He was strong in position.
Kyle Snyder traveled to Zagreb looking to defend his junior world gold medal at 211 pounds. The Ohio State recruit was dominant in his early bout, scoring a 12-1 tech fall over his Cyprus opponent in the first round. And then he controlled Gabadov of Azerbaijan in bout 2 for a 9-2 decision. In the quarters, Snyder met up with the tough Russian opponent, Georgi Gagaev. He was able to control the action for an 8-1 victory over the American. When Gagaev reached the final, Snyder was pulled back into the repechage rounds, where he earned a 10-0 tech fall over Gochev of Bulgaria. In the bronze medal round, Snyder kept up the offense and went on to score a 7-1 victory over the highly respected Iranian Pedram Jamashidi for his second career junior world medal.
He was a tough kid too, and I've actually never wrestled him before, so that was exciting. Get on the mat and feel him a little bit, and he was tough, but just got to my leg attacks and was able to score on a couple of them.
Also reaching the bronze medal round was young Illinois star Jabari Moody at 110. Moody opened with a pair of victories, defeating Toybek of Kazakhstan 16-12 in round 1, scored a first period pin over Maldasuran of Mongolia in round 2. In the semis, Moody ran into a tough customer from Uzbekistan named Shakatov. He was defeated by tech fall there. The loss put Moody in the bronze medal round, where he fell to Shahristani of Iran 10-0 and finished in 5th. Anthony Valencia, well, he got off to a strong start at 163. He scored technical falls over Maizaradze of Georgia and Jaden of Australia. In the third round, he jumped to an early lead over Murat Erturk of Turkey, but was caught with a throw and then pinned. Erturk did not make it to the finals, eliminating Valencia, who finished in 9th. The other individual champs on the first day of freestyle included Hassan Hussein Bradonov of Russia at 110, Zalakim Hadjiyev of France at 163, Georgi Gagaev of Russia at 211. Team USA sat in a tie for third after the first day. Coach Brandon Slay talked about the performance to that point.
We wanted to come to this tournament today and bring home 4 medals. And clearly, we wanted to win 4 golds. And when we looked that wasn't going to happen, then we had to have some courage, had to have some character, and decide to come back in these medal rounds and finish this night strong. I think Kyle's a great example of that.
Our news continues when we return.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Hi, I'm Wayne Boyd, Director of Operations and Development for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. The club was founded to help wrestling worldwide, especially at our senior level, of course at the collegiate level and the high school level. But the most important level for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is the kids level. And these are some of the guys today that will be tomorrow's Olympic champions. Let's hear it, guys.
Titan Mercury!
That's Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, San Marino, California.
Now we go to the second day of men's freestyle. All 4 remaining members of Team USA would secure a junior world medal. 2013 FILA Cadet World Champ Aaron Pico jumped up to the FILA Junior level this year. He opened with a tough 7-5 win over Japan's Daichi Takatani. Pico may have had a challenging start, but he tore through the rest of his half bracket with 3 tech falls. He stopped his Greek and Belarusian opponents, both 10-0 there in those scores, and Georgi of Bulgaria 11-0 to reach the finals. It was there he would face 2013 Junior Asian champion from Iran, Hassan Yazdani Sharati. The match was tied 2-2 late in the first when Pico stepped out trying to secure a takedown. In the second period, the Iranian built on his 3-2 lead, eventually winning the match 9-2, sending Pico back with the silver medal. We talked with Aaron on his finals bout.
I felt great throughout the tournament. You know, that first one, he's like ranked number 13th in the world. So he's a good wrestler. Once I got that one out of the way, I felt good. And obviously my finals match, the guy was a better wrestler, and he was able to beat me in a hand fight. But you learn from it and you get better.
Well, the other 3 Americans all came away with bronze, starting with Iowa star Thomas Gilman at 121. He opened up with a pair of tech falls over Kurbanch of Algeria 10-0 and Shadley of Tunisia 10-0. In the quarterfinals, Gilman trailed early but scored an exciting 4-4 criteria decision over Atri of Iran. In the semifinals, he was unable to get his offense on track in a 2-5 loss to Hassan Zada of Azerbaijan. In the bronze medal round, Gilman opened up his offense in the second period and won a crazy 11-6 bout over Kazakhstan's Vladimir Kurdin.
I had to go out there and conquer him. That's in this discussion. Some guys, you know, they lose a match in the semis, they come back, default into whatever place. You know, it's not what I'm about. It's not what my family's about. It's not what I was about.
Cornell All-American Gabe Dean was competing in his very first World Championships and put together a very strong performance. He won his first 2 bouts by tech fall over Murdadiev of Turkmenistan and Rule of Latvia. In the quarterfinals, he had a seesaw battle against Azamat Dulakbekov of Kazakhstan and dropped a tight 7-6 decision there. But when Dulakbekov reached the finals, it was Dean who was pulled back into the repechage rounds and hammered his Greek opponent by a tech fall 14-3. Dean was awarded the bronze medal when his opponent from Azerbaijan could not compete due to injury.
Wrestle, you know, as hard as we can for, you know, however long they get us, and thankfully to him, you know, it's kind of weird, you lose to a guy, but then you're rooting for him right afterwards so you can get pulled back in, but, you know, thankfully, you know, he made the finals and gave me the opportunity to come back.
Well, Michigan heavyweight Adam Kuhn was fresh off his Junior World Greco-Roman bronze medal, looking to add 1 in freestyle. He dominated his first 3 bouts with technical falls over Tao of China, Roboljit of India, and followed that up with a pin of Azerbaijan's Nazariani. In the semifinals, Kuhn faced Canada's Amar Desi, who competes for Oregon State. Kuhn led 6-5 late in the bout, but Desi scored a takedown in the last remaining seconds for a 7-6 decision. Adam bounced back in the bronze medal round, pinning Yusuf Emerdidi of Turkey with a body lock throw for the fall. Adam Kuhn talked to us about his second medal of the week.
Just take the finishes. You got to push the match behind you and kind of go after it strong and just get after it. Get after it in the last match. You know, happy for the bronze, but, you know, upset with the loss that came with it, you know.
Russia picked up their 3rd junior world title in freestyle when Azmat Tuskayev took home the 120-pound gold. Iran had 2 champs for the night, including Karamachani, who scored a big win at 185. Winning a junior world gold medal at heavyweight for the 2nd straight year was Georgia's Gino Petrosvili. When it was all over, Team USA had scored an amazing 6 medals in the 8 weight classes, finishing strong in 2nd place as the team with 58 points in the standings, only behind Iran, was 64. Assistant National Freestyle Coach Brandon Slay accepted the team trophy for the United States, and he broke down the team's performance.
I believed, we believed, the wrestlers believed that this team could win the world title, and I believe we could have. If we look at some things that happened yesterday, a couple of things go our way, a couple of things today, and the semifinals go our way, I believe we could have beat Iran.
All right, well, stay tuned. We have an update on the women's freestyle when we return. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Earlier in the week, the U.S. Junior World Women's Freestyle team was in competition as they captured a pair of bronze medals on the first day. California's Marina Doi won 3 FILA Cadet World medals and was competing in her first Junior World at 97 pounds. Doi opened with a loss, falling to Haruka Hachiyo of Japan by tech fall. When Hachiyo advanced to the finals, Doi was pulled back into the repechage rounds where she beat Maria Georgiev of Ukraine 6-6. In the bronze medal bout, Doi turned a second period takedown into a cradle and pinned Poland's Weronika Sikora.
You know, I knew she was going to be big. I've wrestled bigger people all my life. I just had to use my speed and my technique against her. I was able to get that shot in at the end of the second period. I got that crunch cradle locked up and I was able to stick her on her back. I just kept fighting. Seiko helped me through the whole match.
Another past FILA Cadet World medalist was Kayla Miracle. She made a successful jump to the junior level at 130. She opened with pins over Duri of Turkey in 1:46 and Bagbir Genova of Kazakhstan in 2:14. Into the quarterfinals we go. Miracle lost a close bout there to Nemec of Germany 3-4, but won her only repechage round by pinning Patrizia Liuzzi of Italy in 5:44. In the bronze medal bout, she faced Romania's Krista Tundi and scored a variety of takedown attacks, securing a fall at 4:30.
I lost against Germany, close match, but I mean, I just kept my head up. Once she won hers, I knew that I had a shot, and I watched who she competed against, and I knew a few things about them, so I just, went after it.
Amy Fernside drew a tough Ukrainian and Lila Horshina in her opener at 112 and lost 8-5. Horshina did not make the finals, knocking Fernside out of the tournament. Dropping a heartbreaker in her first bout was Kayla Aggio at 147. Later in her match with Martina Quez of Austria, the bout was tied 3-3, but Aggio held the tiebreaker. The Austrian pushed Aggio out with 7 seconds left for a 4-3 win. Japan got off to a great start on the first day with 3 champs, Haruka Hachijo at 97, Risako Kawai at 130, and Masako Furiuchi at 147. The other individual champ was Russia's Natalia Masheva at 112 pounds. Well, day two of women's freestyle brought the United States their third medal. Who did it? Lindenwood's Victoria Francis, that's who. She had a great day at 158. She won her first match by pin at 39 seconds over Pooja of India. In the second round, she fell behind early and lost to Kativa of Russia 9-2. But when the Russian made the finals, Francis went into the repechage and handled Canada's Dugan 9-1. She went on to score an impressive 16-6 tech fall in the bronze medal round over Francie Redelt of Germany.
I knew what she was coming with. I knew she was going to come in with the double. The first two times, I wasn't quite ready. I wasn't quite in it. But once I got my head really into the match, I was ready.
Becca Leathers placed 8th at 121. She opened with a pin over Anastasia Krezanova of Estonia at 2 minutes 32 seconds and was ahead late in the second match, but Ukraine's Tetiana Kit tied up the bout 4-4 and earned the win based on criteria. When Kit reached the finals, Leathers went into the repechage where she was thrown and pinned by Canada's Amber Meshke. Cody Fowl finished 5th at the Junior Worlds last year at 105 and started out by shooting in for a double leg against Russia's Dadishev. The Russian, however, would counter the attempt, throwing Fowl to her back for a pin. Dadishev did not make it to the finals, knocking Fowl out of the tournament. Now we go to 138. Alexis Porter won her first bout, stopping Signe Fidji of Norway 6-2. She fell in the second, however, to the always tough Mongolian Nemagirel, and the score was 2-7. When the Mongolian lost in the semifinals, Porter was not eligible for the repechage. Japan won their 4th gold medal in the women's division when Yu Miyahara repeated as the champ at 105. Also winning individual gold medals, Alan Betseg of Mongolia at 121, Lyubov Ochorova of Russia at 138, and Sabir Aliyev of Azerbaijan at 158. The United States would finish in 5th in the team standings with 27 points. Japan won the team title with 57. Russia took 2nd with 45, and Azerbaijan finished in 3rd with 33. We talked with U.S. coach Ron Turpak.
Well, you have to understand, we're young. One of our wrestlers hasn't even graduated from high school yet and has another year in high school. 6 of these young ladies will be back next year on the junior team. And I see nothing but positive things for all of them.
Well, the U.S. had 4 referees working in the event. When we return, we'll have a conversation with them. Stay tuned.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Some of those working the hardest include our referees, and the U.S. had 4 of them there working the FILA Junior World Championships in Croatia, officiating throughout the entire 6-day event. As a group, these refs have worked competitions around the globe, and World Championship events wouldn't be possible without their effort. We caught up with the U.S. group on the final day of competition, starting with Pennsylvania's Sam Julian.
They're putting us in hot matches, and, it's time to show them that, we do know what we're doing from the USA. We have the best training system back home and, a lot of great teachers in the U.S. So we're here to perform.
Rusty Davison of New Mexico.
He gave me this framed piece. Good friends, good people, good wrestling's a good life.
Roy Scott of New York.
We're used pretty heavily. It's been a great tournament, a great event. The organizing committee was just outstanding, treated well. It was really a wonderful event to be a part of.
Danny Blackshear of Oklahoma.
They deserve our best every day, our best focus, our best positioning, our best teamwork, everything. And that's why we're here. We take care of the kids, call clean matches, and best kids win.
All right, thanks, guys. Now let's go back stateside to Colorado Springs, where the U.S. senior world teams in all three styles are training for the World Championships this September in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. This week, we'll catch up with members of our Greco-Roman world team who are in the final stages of domestic training before heading overseas for final preparation. Spencer Mango finished 5th in the world last year and is competing on his 7th straight U.S. World or Olympic team at 130.
We've been working extremely hard, trying to really push the pace before we get ready to leave to go to Kazakhstan to train. And we've been doing good, you know, a lot of team unity and trying to do little activities off the mat. And, you know, like I said, just training hard.
Two-time world bronze medalist Justin Lester will return to the World Championships at a new weight class. This time, he'll go at 156.
Whole new regimen of things we've been doing with new coaching staff in, and it's just been going great. We got a lot of guys in pushing us to, you know, make sure we get on this medal stand. So it's been an exciting camp.
Three-time world team member Andy Bisick has had a fantastic year at 165 and is now seeking his first world medal in 2014.
Wasn't feeling so great at the beginning of this camp, but the last week and a half or so I've been doing well. So just ready to go over and train with a bunch of foreigners before the Worlds.
Young Joe Rao dropped in weight to 176 and will see action in his first World Championships.
We have some of the guys from Austria here, and so we're getting some good training in, and then we're doing some fun stuff too. We had a tournament yesterday and some kind of game with the medicine ball and volleyball nets. I don't even know what it's called.
Returning to the Worlds for the second straight year is Jordan Holm. He has high expectations for the season.
Yeah, I'm excited about how the guys are doing, Minnesota guys. It's good being out here again. I wasn't planning on coming out here again. The coaches told me they got Team Austria coming in. Got some good guys for me to train with, so I'm out here, and it's been a good week.
Kaylor Williams is back at 216 and is now looking to bring home some hardware from Uzbekistan.
Definitely learning a lot of things as far as like how to pace myself, how to be you know, more aware of what my body's feeling, what my body's doing, and working on some real good fundamentals. I think we'll be nice and prepared for the World Tournament.
The big man, heavyweight Robbie Smith, was 5th at last year's Worlds and is looking to climb onto the podium this year.
I think we're just having a little bit of cabin fever. Just being in this room for so long, we didn't get to do our pre-World team tournament, so our pre-World tournament. So that was, you know, it's a little different than last year, but it's been going great.
Well, during the World Team training camps, we caught up with Tyler Caldwell. Remember, he won University World Gold Medal for the U.S. earlier this summer in Pest, Hungary. Caldwell was a 4-time All-American competing for Oklahoma State and Oklahoma. Entering the event at 163, he won 3 bouts, beating a tough Russian in the finals. Here's Tyler Caldwell on his University World title.
It's good getting a win, you know, a big win like that, and it's definitely not what I'm going for. And you know, I'll joke around with some guys with like, hey, it's JV Worlds, you know. I didn't make the senior team, and I had a second. You know, I was lucky and fortunate enough to have a second chance and go win.
Well, the merry-go-round of Division I coaching changes may have finally come to a stop with the announcement of 3 major head coaching hires over the last couple weeks. Hofstra has announced that former Pride wrestler Dennis Papadakis would return to his alma mater as the new head coach. He takes over for Rob Ansbach, who resigned from Hofstra in June to take a position outside the sport. Papadakis was a 2-time NCAA qualifier for Hofstra and has held assistant coaching positions at Hofstra, Northern Illinois, Binghamton, and North Carolina. Just a few hours north in West Point, New York, the U.S. Military Academy announced that 2014 Division II Coach of the Year, Kevin Ward, he'll be the new coach there. Ward was a star at Oklahoma State, where he won 2 Big 12 titles and competed on 4 NCAA championship teams. His coaching career also began as an assistant for the Cowboys. Ward built the Division II Ouachita Baptist program from scratch and led his team to 3 top 15 finishes and a 4th-place finish at the 2014 National Championships. He takes over for Joe Heskett, who left Army for another position at West Virginia. Well, the University of Pennsylvania has a new head man as well. They hired a past 2-time All-American from Illinois, Alex Tirapelli. Tirapelli most recently served as an assistant at Stanford for 4 years, helping mentor 14 NCAA qualifiers and 5 All-Americans. Tirapelli coached at UC Davis for 2 years as well as being a part of the staff at Illinois. Well, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week. The pictures are sent in by families and fans from around the country and are being considered for our photo contest page in our USA Wrestler magazine and our Facebook page as well. This week's picture was taken by Donna Slivka and shows 13-year-old Jordan Slivka of Shenandoah Middle School in Middletown, Indiana. Look at him scoring a pin at the 2014 Middle School State Championships. Nice job. Have your photographs considered for USA Wrestling's photo contest simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Folks, that'll do it for this week's show. From all of us at USA Wrestling, each and every one of us, I'm Scott Casper, and thanks for watching.